You ready for some real dialectic shit? I made it back home. If the creator doesn't want to reveal self to me or validate said self's existence and or provide me with a plan and a clear pathway forward, direction, sometimes instant and quick like GPS navigations, sometimes long term and steady like a command that you follow for 6 months, like improve your energy, focus on your health, right? Day's Vibration, a reading that I did with her, that was her direction. And that was 6 months ago, 6.5 months ago. And I've been following that. But if I'm not going to be able to directly myself have conversations with the divine outside of tarot and every once in a while feeling a direction, and now after today, I can't tell how much direction is my subconscious and actual presence from angels and ancestors and guides. So with that being said and noted, my job is to just create as if I have no one to be accountable to. Just write my ass off. Do it the way that I feel like I'm supposed to do it. Don't follow a strategy, don't follow a formula, but do try to optimize your content for views, right? But don't change your content for views. Focus on your goals, know what you want to accomplish. I have political objectives in mind, economic objectives in mind, and environmental objectives in mind, which are a byproduct of the economic sustainable change. Doing economic sustainably, right? Across all sectors eventually, ethical businesses that either cause other businesses to follow suit because of the good practices that they commence, the good practices that they set into motion, that businesses, other businesses in the industry have to follow, or otherwise they lose out on market share, they lose out on revenue, they lose out on employees, and they lose out on goodwill with society, right? Like, why would you work for that company? They pay half as much as this company. This company is on the rise. This company is eating their lunch. This company is eating their market share. This company is producing sustainably. This company is producing affordable products that we can actually afford. This company is producing high quality products that don't do us harm. Bang, bang, bang. Uh-oh, what's that? We gotta change. Bang, bang, bang. What's that? Uh-oh, what are they asking for us to do? Prioritize the environment, stop killing it, do better, create products that are sustainable, have a pipeline that's sustainable. Bang, bang, bang. Well, as every quarter we bleed money, we have to really think about changing our strategy. And that goes from everything from producing clothes, agriculture, to AI and water. All of that. That simply. That's how easy it could be, guys. I want you to see that. But it takes class participation. It takes multiple people getting involved. And it takes us putting aside our differences, allowing me to be a minority, right? And speak about spirituality and still speak about economics and, environment and politics and society. And for me not to be wrong because I have a different belief system, a different motive, a different engine than other people. Let's still work together. Spiritual and secular, side by side. I don't see any reason why that can't work. Unless you're the reason. I'll do my best not to be the reason. I want to show you something. Right before I left, I was trying to get my spread out, and I pulled this card just by trying to find the Chariot. I couldn't find the Chariot. And this is Six of Pentacles. Give and it will be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. It's a good thing to give. It's a good thing to spend. It's a good thing to contribute. It's a good thing to consider other people. It's a good thing to not just be worried about your finances. It's a good thing to not just save as much money as you possibly can. Hoard it. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Or no, Four of Pentacles upright, encouraging you not to hoard, right? Six of Pentacles upright, recognizing that you are a giver and acknowledging that you'll get it back threefold. Gangster, as my friend says. So, what's up? That's the move. That's the new move. And it's all about having energy, right? The reading between the lines. The divine doesn't speak. The divine doesn't appreciate being forced to talk. The divine doesn't appreciate being forced to show oneself real. Bet. Okay. Well, what does the divine do? The divine blesses your plans. The divine blesses the work of your hands. The divine says, write down your ideas, make them plain, execute them, right? The divine says, don't despise small beginnings. The divine says, before the earth was formed, I knew you, right? In the womb, I knew you there. The divine says, I have plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope in the future. There are so many promises, and if we could just align to those promises, we could potentially receive power, and we could use that power to improve our situations and others and make our world sustainable, and so that we don't burn and wet bulb all over the place. And you know what I'm saying? Like in in short order, domino effect. Hey, is it getting hot in here? And then mad people respond the same thing. Hey, is it getting hot in here? I'm depressed. But it's all isolated. It's all in your vacuum. It's all in your feed. It's all in your algorithm until it's in someone else's. And when it's in your algorithm, it's like playing Duck, Duck, Goose. Bitch, your circle's it. Time to show up. Time to prove. Time to excel. Time to achieve. Or time to fall back and potentially give up the progress that you've made, the goals that you have, the dreams that you have, the stability that you've worked so hard for. You know, we're under fire. It's our turn. You know, there was a time it was for people like Ocasio. It was her turn, right? There was a time that it was for leaders, Bernie Sanders, and they tried. Some of them stayed between party lines. Some of them made that critical mistake off of a single voter issue, genocide. How could you possibly stay within party lines over genocide? Maybe you didn't know how bad it was going to get, but now they're dropping these huge bombs. The biggest bomb dropped in modern history recently was in Lebanon last week. How many people knew about that? Then they just dropped another big bomb on Gaza. And this has just been going on. And this is the kind of idea that liberals have supported silently, even if they're not taking from AIPAC, to be in line with that, to be in line with the moment in history that revealed that Democrats aren't shit. You know, at least AIPAC Democrats. But even then, why affiliate yourself with that? If you know that there's a lot of shit in your party, why not change parties? Why not excavate? Why not create something similar? Democrats 2.0, Progressive Party, Sydney. Look up Sydney and the Progressive Party. Look up Green Party 2.0. Look up Working Families Party. A slate that allows these people's votes to matter, these candidates to be uplifted, the majority being able to be pointed towards the right candidates, the candidates who will get behind humanitarian policy, the candidates who will get behind macro and micro policy, the federal candidates who will handle federal situations, and the county level candidates who will handle county level situations, and everyone in between, the senators who are in power for 6 years and could easily mess somebody's term up and have them have to act in a way, ratchet effect, not being able to achieve their goals, even if we elected someone who has the desire and passion to change the world in a positive way, to end foreign policy the way that it's been going, to be able to end environmental policy the way that it's been going, and to turn this death machine into a life machine. Oh, but guess what? You know, we need class participation. We need people to organize. Particularly 100,000 people, a core team, approximately 50 people, a lot of organizers on the ground, and you know, the administration that you know exists, right? I'm talking to you, the organizers, the people who are on the field, the people who do this, DSA, WFP, people who work for Democrats and are on the fence as to whether or not they're actually doing the right thing by focusing on the MLB rather than trying to build up the minor leagues. You know what I'm saying? The David Shores. I don't know if David Shore is still on the fence, if he still supports Israel, if he, still supports Democrats. I haven't been paying attention recently. There's also this organizer who I'm going to leave nameless, but she's black, she's a woman, and she does a lot of important lobbying. Not lobbying, but organizing for Democratic candidates. There are so many people you could just tap and say, what's up? How do we do this? Oh, bet, that's how, bet. All right, let's point society in that direction. I'll facilitate to the best of my abilities. I have a disability, but I don't mind helping. I don't mind being a voice. I don't mind if that's the best thing that I can contribute is my voice. And if I can just share ideas that I already wrote down and you guys can take them and run with them and evolve them to the point where I can just say, you got this, and you say, bet, yeah, of course, no doubt. We got this, we're all over it. Bet 2028, awesome. 2026 Senate race, even better. Guys, class participation, anyone? Comment below. who's willing to build this infrastructure? If you're willing to build this infrastructure, like, share, subscribe, and look for more content and share that too, until we get enough traction to actually build these systems. And I'll always say this: if you have a better solution, please share it below. And if you've built it out, even better. And if you have an infrastructure and if you have support in your community and you're able to leverage that to make your idea make sense, make it actionable, and make it have federal implications, which in turn affect the entire globe, let me know and I'll amplify you to the best of my ability. But if you don't have that, follow my plan. And if you don't like my plan, then oh my God, do something. But don't just sit there and do nothing. That's what people do when they go extinct.